Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
All right, it's the last of the Moerslutel 6th year series.
It's the end of the party, and the worst beers might be in front of us.
Yeah. So, with these two beers, I'm really curious what they're going to do for year 7. You think they'll start lower? You think they'll do a lower ABV beer to start with? No, they're just going to keep going up and up and up?
Maybe.
Oof. Okay. So these are the last two in our series. Welcome again, Pontus and Bjorn. We're glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Maybe you're not glad to be here. I don't know. maybe at this point this is a hostage situation and you feel like, oh no,
Yeah, it starts to feel like it. And I think for year 7 they will do a special one called the bankruptcy.
Oh. No, I think they're still doing pretty well as a brewer in Europe, but this is, I don't know, we've done this for 3 or 4 years now, their anniversary beers. I think the first year we just kind of stumbled upon it. We didn't realize they were doing an anniversary beers. So we got the 3 and then we did the 4 or 5 and so this one. And the letdown is always the freeze-distilled beer.
Yep.
It's always a tragic experiment gone wrong. So maybe this year will be different. I don't think so, but we'll find out. So tell us about Margreet, the freeze-distilled red velvet stout.
Yeah, so Margreet, also known as Momager. Margreet may be discreet, but plays a crucial role at the company, typing away behind a desk. You don't really know what she's up to, but she's everywhere. Perhaps because she had to raise 4 children, shows concentrated knowledge as much as a freeze-distilled beer shows character and flavor. We took a look at her favorite dessert, red velvet, gave it a brewing twist, and here we are. 16% ABV freeze-distilled.
Woof. That's intense. And you smell it, and it smells like cough syrup.
Cherry cough syrup.
Yep.
Medicinal.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a red velvet cake, which is not good.
Red velvet cake is amazing because it should be.
Sorry, America.
So red velvet cake should be like kind of a chocolate and cream cheese kind of experience. So if you tell me red velvet cake, I'm at least expecting kind of a cream cheese, lactose-y kind of notes here. I'm not getting any of that off of the nose. And I'm really, really worried about my next few minutes.
I'm worried because this aroma smells like my least favorite cherry flavor in a beer. It's kind of like
It's a bit marzipan-y.
I do like marzipan, but this sickeningly medicinal cherry that always comes in sour stouts. You go, why did you do this?
It smells like someone dissolved a bunch of cherry cough drops in the beer. But all right, enough.
That's right. Cheers.
Enough wishing on what we're going to expect, and let's find out what we're actually getting.
See you on the other side.
Oh. Break on through to the other side.
Oh. Well, on the plus side, it's not as bad as I was expecting. But, man, that's a weird beer.
I dislike it.
It's so dry. How do you make a red velvet cake beer this dry?
Because they haven't tried red velvet.
Which should be like creamy and like rich. This is just bitter and actually not even medicinal. It's just dry and bitter.
Cherry acidic.
There shouldn't be any cherry in this. Shouldn't be cherry at all.
It's not. Is it not cherry that we're tasting?
I think it's...
What you're tasting and what you should be tasting are two just separate things. But there's no cherry in red velvet.
There's cherries and raspberries in this, as well as cacao nibs and white oak. There's sour cherries. There's sour cherries in it.
Okay.
Of course it is.
So nothing to do with maybe the red velvet is a different experience in the Netherlands that I'm unfamiliar with.
Maybe.
Yeah, we need to Google that, see what red velvet...
Yeah, maybe this is spot on red velvet, and we just don't know what
I'm on it.
A Dutch red velvet is.
This is a complete fail for me.
Yeah, I don't enjoy anything about this beer.
No. Me no
It literally tastes like the cough medicine I used to get. It tastes like, so as for an American equivalency, it tastes like Robitussin, which is an over-the-counter children's cough medicine you used to take. Or people just drink straight up so they can get that tussin.
Oh, wow.
That if you've ever heard of a purple drink in rap videos or something,
That's it?
it's tussin.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is not a. The aftertaste is just so unpleasant on many levels.
And the first taste is so boozy. It's like it hits
Yeah.
you bad.
I really wish they would quit doing these beers.
Yeah.
I've heard the ones what they do with the little skull on the top is supposed to be really good.
The freeze-distilled.
The freeze-distilled ones with the little skull.
We've had it.
Yeah, I think
I've never had one of those, but you guys may have had them.
I've had at least one of them, and I think it didn't give that nice rating, to be honest.
Okay. But all the ones we've had in the
It's called antifreeze.
antifreeze, yeah,
Yes.
in the cans for the anniversary series have always been just horrible, and this one does not change that in any way whatsoever. So this one, that's the one.
Yes.
I would have to give this a like a 2.
I was going to go somewhere between 1 and 2. Let's go 1.5. I genuinely don't want to sip more of this.
Yes.
So 1.
So
Yeah.
I Bill Google some
Yes.
Red
some
velvet.
red velvet from the Netherlands. I don't know if this is similar to the American red velvet cake.
No, it's not
No.
similar at all to red
No.
velvet cake. It kind of, but not. I mean, yes, but no.
So yeah, I don't know what hell this is. Something like a brioche cake.
Yeah, it looks like a scored cake with a drizzle frosting over the top.
Well, I'm not that harsh as you are with the rating. I think it grows. I recently had the Canellis. I don't know if you reviewed it on the show or if you had
No, I
it
think we had it at the show.
environment.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't there for that share, but
Yeah.
but I had a can of it at home, and it also freeze distilled the Moerslutel beer, and I give it a much higher rating than you did.
Ah.
I had like half the can, so
Oh wow.
um,
It's just not my favorite style from them. The freeze distilleds have always been
yeah.
a bit too unbalanced and kind of harsh.
And this I tried it again now. It's almost getting worse.
Yeah, like
For me, it grows. The first sips were not that good, but now it kind of grows. So I'm not agreeing with you here.
I'm not.
Well, I mean, you can have ours.
I'm
You
good.
get the rest. You get the rest of mine.
I've got a can of this coming.
Oh, do you? All right.
So I'm going to enjoy it by myself, the 17%, and going to be shit faced.
Yep, you will. You definitely will.
But what, Pontus, did you give a rating?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give it at least a 3.75.
Oh wow.
Yep.
All right. You really liked it.
Not really like this.
He didn't dislike it.
Comparatively, I mean, 375 is still not a bad review. I mean,
But yeah, we all know that my palate is the best one here. So
it is the most sophisticated of us all.
Yeah.
We've often said that.
Do you want to go to the next beer?
I want nothing more than to go to the next beer.
So this is Sjaak. Sjaak.
Sjaak.
Also known as Shako the Wacko.
All right. Sjaak is spelled Sjaak.
Yeah. So this is a bourbon and brandy barrel-aged stout with Madagascar vanilla. And it says, Sjaak goes around the brewery giving thumbs up to the brewers whenever they do something that pleases him. Then suddenly shows up whenever there's a tasting. Especially when there's a blending session for the new Barcode or Guild beers. Ah, smart guy, right? For this beer in his name, we had to step up the game. That's why we dug deep in our barrel amusement park and found the best bourbon and brandy barrels. Luckily, Sjaak approved. And when Sjaak approves, we know you'll love it too.
And the ABV is
14% ABV.
14%. So coming down from, what, 16%
Yeah.
to 14%.
But I say the nose on this one is
The nose is so much
really
better.
good.
Now I'm just comparing
Yeah.
to the previous one. It's
Yeah.
a thank you.
Yeah.
this is like
And this is really, I think, opened up in the 10 minutes or so that we've had
compare
to...
this, we could say it's like heaven and hell.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah,
I
there's
need,
a
to rinse,
lot.
I need to rinse my palate.
There's a lot of great bourbon notes off of this, so I think it's going to be quite nice.
Yes. That barrel heat is good.
It's really boozy.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about it. Like the barrel is, it lingers in your mouth in a good way.
Yeah, I think for me, brandy barrel aged beers have a lot more heat to them
Yeah.
than other types of barrel aged beers. You definitely get that here. I don't think it's overwhelming. And Martin's response was like, "Whoa, that's tough."
It's a tasty beer, but it is very boozy. Come on.
It is very, very boozy.
But
Like,
it's booze in a good way. There can be booze in a bad way, like the Margaret beer.
Yeah.
And then can be booze in a good way, like this one.
It's kind of fun. It's a kind of fun booziness.
I'm really glad we had the vanilla on here because I think the vanilla gives that little sweetness boost that we really need in this case. Where in the IPAs and there was not needed. Here you're really thankful that you have it because I think if you didn't have that little bit of a vanilla-y, lactose-y or whatever boost you're getting, this would just be an overwhelmingly alcohol hot beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so the vanilla, it kind of binds everything together in a really good way.
Oh yeah, 100%. Really, really like this one.
And I'd say like this one is really fresh right now. It's only like 1 month old, but I'd say this one with like another year on it, when it mellows down a bit, I think it will be even better than like when the barrels have toned down a bit.
Could be.
It's like I would love to revisit this beer in a year if it's possible. So if
I would say
if
6
any
months. I think 6 months would probably be your
Send the cans.
yeah. So Bjorn, I don't know if you.
After our ratings here, I
Yeah.
don't think they're going to send them the
So Bjorn, I don't know if you have one of these coming as well, but if you do,
I don't have Chuck.
save it for Christmas because you're probably going to have a nice treat at Christmas time.
Yeah. No, I like this one. Also, really good. I don't find it that boozy. It's potent, but not that boozy. Yeah, like I said, it's really rich, warm alcoholic notes.
I feel the more that it breathes, it's going to get the booziness is going to kind of lay low a little bit
But
more.
it has a perfect sweetness to it. It's round and it's really good beer.
Yep. All right, Martin, you're wrong.
I still think it's very boozy. I might give it a 4, but in that case, it's one of the weakest 4s I've given in the history of the show.
Just give what your heart feels.
Yeah, the weakest 4 in the history of the show.
I'm going to give it a 4.25.
Actually, I'm with you, Martin. It's a 4 for me. It's not. It's a really good beer, but it's not. It's not amongst the other things we've tried. So
I think if we let it sit a little bit longer, it's going to open up a lot more.
Then let's sit here in silence for 5 minutes.
Yes. That's our traditional role.
But yeah, I'd say for me, I would go even higher than all of you. I'd say it is like right now it's a weak 4.5 for me.
Oh, wow. You really...
Wow.
Like but for being like the not allowed score here, I would give it a 4.4.
Okay. Well, I understand. It's a weak 4.5.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Pontus and I usually give pretty consistent scores. This is one where we're very far apart.
But I think it might be due that I really fucking love brandy barrels. And I think
Yeah.
you're not kind of as a big fan of me when it comes to those. Because I think before we had similar brandy beers, and I think I've always given high ratings compared to you.
That might actually be true.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things like hazelnut beers. I have a really hard time giving a hazelnut beer a good rating. Even if I know it's a good beer, I'm just still kind of like, whoa, I just hate it so much.
It was the one from Horace that we drank at your place. The one with what's called the
I think Pontus tricked Stefan into drinking a hazelnut beer without Stefan knowing it, and he gave it a high rating. And Pontus has since then gone back and said, "Oh, you actually do like hazelnut beers."
No, that was for the.
That was banana.
No, that was adjunct trail.
Okay.
Look, I mean, like there can always be exceptions to the rule. I mean, people can make good banana beers. They can make good hazelnut beers. They can make good guava beers even. It doesn't seem possible, but yes, it does. It does happen occasionally.
That doesn't seem possible.
Yes.
I've had a good guava beer.
Yeah, I mean,
I had one recently. I was like,
Yes, this one,
even
the double
threw Stefan
dose
off,
squared.
so.
yeah, it was delicious. I mean, like I say, I'm just saying that by and large, if given a hazelnut beer, it's not going to be my go-to.
That is true.
It's not something that if I'm to spend my money, especially on these stouts that are crazy expensive, that's not where I want to put my money first.
No.
Because there's so many better things out there. I mean, not a freeze-distilled red velvet stout, but other places.
I am a bit unfair to Margaret. Margaret she's sweet.
She is sweet. She's doing her best. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not faulting her at all in this. All right. Anything else, you guys? Thanks for being on the series here. And,
thanks for letting us join this 6-year anniversary.
Yeah.
It's been a fun
Episode bonanza.
Yeah, the third episode here. It's been really fun.
Yep.
But I say this one. Let's say was the best one overall if you check the average rating of the beers.
Really, I thought the last one was
because you can throw this one away because no one won't rate it anyway. So this one doesn't have a rating, so which gives this episode an average of almost 4.5.
Ah, okay.
Right.
So Margreet doesn't get a rating overall, basically. So
No.
All right.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Margaret now. I'm on Margaret's team.
Oh.
Of course, you like the mums.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you can find quality podcasts in the world.
And in the
You can find
multiverse.
and in the multiverse. You can find What's on Tap.
Except Twitter.
Fuck Twitter. Fuck Twitter. Twitter can go to hell. All right. Do you guys? I mean, I always feel bad because I always forget to ask you this. Can we find you guys online anywhere? Do you want to promote any of your social media profiles?
Yeah, you can all find me at Bjorn Guiden, both on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, for some fun interviews from beer festivals and travels around the world.
What about Twitter?
I actually have a Twitter account, but I'm thinking about canceling it.
I actually had just deleted my Twitter account earlier this year after like 10 years or whatever of having an account.
Yeah, been there, done that. I haven't had a Twitter account for the past 5 years, I think.
And Pontus, can we find you online anywhere?
Lord Potato at Untapped for some fun, stupid drunk ratings.
All right. Excellent.
And also pictures of Martin.
Oh.
You know what? You can never have too many pictures of Martin.
Yes.
Okay. So thanks, guys. And until next time.
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.